What's up, family? What's up, Detroit? What's going on? I got Miss Rhonda Drake here. Y'all, I'm so excited to interview her. Miss Rhonda Drake is here, who's going to be hosting, right? You're going to be hosting the St. Anthony's Park Community Day, okay? And that's going to be Saturday, July 12th. And the hours of that will be from 12 to 6. This beautiful lady is going to be hosting that. I'm so excited for her. I'm going to be in the building. Our podcast is going to be in the building, right? So Ms. Drake, like, here is going to be like local leaders that are going to be here. Yes. And this is to strengthen the neighborhood ties and things like that is what I saw. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, okay, first let me give you a little history. The Shirley Community Block Club, this is our 3rd year.
Okay.
And in our very first year, we had Mary Sheffield, who was right out here in our yard, our very first one, May 7th, 2022.
Okay.
And she came and kind of welcomed us into the block club, the neighborhood community. Okay. And so since that time, we've gotten speed bumps. Okay. We've gotten the neighborhood beautification grant where we cleaned all our alleys. That's awesome. And because now the city says that we have to do it. Okay. So we get the grant every year. This year we're going to get it, and there's a neighbor, when you turn off Gratiot right by St. Anthony's Church, he'll be 100. Mr. Chambers will be 103 this year.
103 years old.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's a little history. Everybody around here pretty much either grew up here or first generation. I would be considered second generation.
Okay.
And my kids grew up here. Anthony or Aunt Frank to you guys.
Aunt Frank. Aunt Frank. Trust Aunt Frank.
My son Christopher, who's a Marine.
Chris, yep.
And Lantina, who's a Navy seaman. So they kind of had the same experience here. They also went to the same elementary school, Rose, and had some of the same teachers that I had. So there's a lot of history right here. Yeah. And I'd like to give a shout out to the Kettering Club.
KE, y'all getting a shout out on here, okay?
Shout out. I really want you guys to post this for us. Like I said, we've only been in existence for 3 years, but we want to continue to bring our community together. Yeah. We have a good representation or good reputation with the 7th precinct. Okay. Our neighborhood police are always at our meetings. They're out. Awesome. They're in the community. Awesome. Friday, the president and I went to the 7th precinct because that was Feed the Police Day. Okay. So we took the night shift.
That's
and we
amazing.
took them, some goodies to eat.
Yeah.
So we're just doing things to bring awareness to everything. Okay. Like all these vacant lots we have in this neighborhood. Most of the residents, like myself, own them. Okay. The city has allowed us to adopt St. Anthony's Park.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes.
So we can do events in that park. Yeah. We also have some lease lots, like I said, by Mr. Chambers, who's will be 103 in December. I just love him. He is awesome. A sweetheart. Yes. So we have lots next to him. Okay. And we got the neighborhood beautification grant again, so we're gonna clean that up. Okay. So that it's more safer for him and for our residents. We have children in the neighborhood, but it's mostly seniors. Okay. So we do our best to keep it clean, make it more family oriented. Yeah. So anytime you want to use that park, just give Sheridan Block Club a shout out.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, we can make arrangements to have that. You can have your events here. Just picnic in the park. Just go out and be family. So that's my goal, is to bring all of the vendors, the police, everybody that's running for mayor, city council, podcasts, influencers, singers. We just need you guys to come out. It's a very small fee for our table vendors. Okay. Right now, until the 30th of May, it's $20. After the 30th, it goes up a little bit. Okay. And then for our food trucks, it's $25 to park. Okay. Then it goes up a little bit after the 30th. Okay. So, bring your business and invite your friends. I really want to make this as big as I can, just to let everybody know that St. Anthony's is still here.
Yes, you guys.
And Kettering's K is still here, but I've got catering people all around us. They give fireworks on Van Dyke and Baldwin every year.
Yeah.
We just want you guys to communicate with us, and I am so glad that she's here today because she told me she was communicates with the catering club. So
I
we're
can
really
communicate with
interested
catering for sure. Yeah,
to get you guys out and contribute, and any other block clubs that want to partner with us to bring this thing to life. Yes, we want it all.
Yeah, my partner and I, John, we always talk about, keeping the city safe and, doing these types of things. He's actually going to have a walk for Stop the Violence, and everything like that. So it's really good to hear that you all are doing something positive in the neighborhood and you're taking care of our seniors around here, and keeping things clean and things, because I grew up over here in this area too. I know a lot of my viewers have grew up in this area. You guys were on Sheridan, is where we are in Detroit, East Side. And again, that was at the St. Anthony's Park is where they're going to have the community day, which is amazing. My partner, John, couldn't be here today, but we are representing. You guys know we're the Mindful Mix podcast coming to y'all, okay, with this information. And it's a privilege to sit here and talk to Ms. Drake. And I have a few questions for her that I'm going to get into. And Ms. Drake, so my first question to you is, what are some local businesses or organizations you would like to see here at the event?
Okay. Just our local gas stations. We keep you guys alive. Everybody in the neighborhood goes there, and so we like to have our businesses come in.
Okay.
We're not far from the Henry Ford, and we know the Pistons. If you're out there, we know that you're trying, always giving to the communities and helping. So we like to see the Pistons.
Yeah.
ACL, the Illages. Because I've met all these people.
Right.
I've had meetings with them and everything. So we'd like to bring this to the forefront that we're still here. We're still moving forward.
Okay.
Let's see. Vendors of all kinds.
Yeah.
We'd like to have some people out here from the health industry to do maybe some health, checkups or some things like that. So everything is welcome. Nothing. The only thing they told me I couldn't have was cannabis.
Okay.
But
it broke our heart. We can't have it.
420. But yeah, I know there are some dealers who how to disseminate between, but because there's still, I know it's legal, but there's still that measure of you got kids there.
Right, exactly.
That's so we try to, we may have another event, maybe for the fall. We're going to look into that, and maybe we can coax them into giving us a little more leeway on that.
Of course, definitely.
But we are looking for everybody. If you do lawn care, if you do flowers, if you do herbalism, if you got a church choir, if you are a solo. We want everybody to come out, showcase your talents, your businesses. Yeah. We're also having a cook-off.
Ooh, who cooking out there? Cooking?
I already have 2 competitors. I need 3 more people who think they can grill to get in contact. Your space is private. I cannot tell you who the other people are. You just meet them on that day, and then you'll have a time to cook.
Yeah, Antonio Williams, where you at? Young man? Listen.
So we're asking all of our vendors to be here at least. You can start setting up at 8, but if you can get here at 7:30. So you can be through setting up by 10. So by noon, we're ready to go. We're not still arriving and trying to set up. That way we can do sound checks and sure up any small details.
Absolutely. I love that. Listen, she said they're having a cook-off at the event. You guys, okay, get on down here, okay, July 12th. I'm not even joking. Get in here. I'm going to be down here too. So my next question is, what are some volunteer opportunities, available to people that are interested for the event?
I'm calling out AmeriCorps. I used to work for you guys. If anybody's on here that can get in touch with Lisa and Ramona. Let's see. I'm trying to think of everything. Any volunteer groups. We need people to Just make sure we're safe in the park. If they see anything or any disturbances,
Okay.
help the vendors do, maybe run back and forth to their cars.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to come out,
Yeah.
Definitely let us know. Volunteers are welcome. We will make sure that we take care of our volunteers. We'll have a special place for you to eat. Your food is free unless you decide to buy. Also, with our grillers in our contests,
Yes.
after you're judged, then you can sell what's on your grill.
Okay, you can even make some money down here. Okay.
Some money. Yes,
This is an amazing event. I'm glad you're mentioning this for all of our vendors for the cook-off. Also volunteers. So she did say if anybody would like to volunteer for the event, come on down that day. Again, July 12th. That'll be from 12 to 6. And then I have another question for you. Are there any community issues you'd like to address or speak about right now?
Well, as a city as a whole, the dumping.
Yeah, dumping. Okay.
Yes. We used our first grant to clean up, and I guarantee you 2 days later, it looked like we had not done anything.
Oh, no.
So that's my main thing, the dumping of the tires, the riding down somebody's street, just throwing your trash out.
Yeah.
I think for me, cleanliness makes the neighborhood just feel better.
Definitely.
Definitely. We are a senior-oriented neighborhood, so we'd like to see more grant money or whatever money we can get our hands on to help our seniors. Even me, I'm a senior.
She's going to be a senior. I don't know what she's talking about.
Some of us have porch damage. We need windows, ramps. The city offers it, but sometimes the funds run out.
Okay.
And so the loans that they offer, on a fixed income, you're not really affording a lot. So to put yourself back in HOP is not a good thing. So if there are any contractors out there who want to donate some of their time to help us, help our neighbors, we love to have that too, because the more exposure we get, the more exposure you get. Right. Everybody's business, just thrives. And that's what we're trying to bring back. We're right around the corner from the Packard building. We don't know what they're going to do. Where they're saying affordable housing, but who wants to live in I call apartments little hotel boxes. We want to see more things like tiny houses.
Okay, I love that.
More community, more family oriented, instead of just sticking everybody in a box and hope they come outside. So we're talking to the Packard building. We're in process of talking to Dakota. If anybody on here knows how to get in touch with them, we're really trying to get them to come into the neighborhood and give back. They've hired a lot of people from the neighborhood, but we love to speak to your community organizer and come through our neighborhood and give back. I hate to see Kettering go because it was such a staple in the neighborhood, but they've torn that down. So we know they're going to do something with the land. We just don't know what. So we have that concern. The Packard building demolition went well. Okay. We only had a few strange animals, but like mongoose, ducks, and deers. But they were pretty good at keeping the atmosphere clean. We did get some dust, but it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. Definitely. And so whoever is over that, we'd like to say thank you. But talk to us, see what we want in the neighborhood, things that we can use, like a better grocery store, a Walmart, a closer CVS. I don't know, maybe just a walking area, some small shops, some places where we can do pop-ups, things like that, community, so that we rely on our churches a lot, which are really great. St. Anthony's, Bishop Carl is awesome. He's phenomenal.
Hi, Bishop Carl.
Yeah, and we have a lot of other ministers in the area who are coming in. But with that big area that Packard has, I'm just saying they could do so much more for the community. Definitely. So those are my concerns.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing those. Listen, she mentioned so many great things. Hi, David. How are you? Good afternoon. She mentioned so many great things. She wanted to collaborate with so many people. Rhonda does. And, she shouted out KE. So you guys share this with KE. She wants to collaborate and get some things done with them. Again, she mentioned a lot of vendors, that can come down. You want to reach out to her. Her information is on my page. I did post the flyer with her information, her phone number, as well as her email address, but I'm going to allow her to say that again.
Yes, my name is Rhonda Drake.
Yep.
The email is SheridanCBC@gmail.com. But I'm going to give Rachel another flyer with more detailed information on how to register with QR codes. I'm stepping it up. How to use them. You know,
got the QR codes, baby.
Shout out to Anne Frank
Anne
for keeping me straight on that new AI stuff, because I'm sitting here looking like a deer in the headlights.
Doing fantastic.
Yes, and you guys down at the state regions, keep pushing. I love that. For us older adults, you just want to go out, have a good time, go to St. Regis, check out Rachel, check out Trust the Host,
Trust the Host,
and
keep Frank down there.
Come out and support. I know you guys are gonna kill me for this, but support these young people. No matter how old I get, you guys will still be younger than me. So come out, support. The world is changing. Time is changing. These young people have resources and things that they're using to get the word out. I'm saying let's get on board. Let's collaborate. Let's bridge that gap.
Bridge the gap, y'all.
And take our old and their new, put it together.
Yeah.
And just keep making this thing move forward and be great.
Yes. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
And we have mimosas.
We having mimosas. Listen, this is she okay? And cheers.
Cheers.
We having some great mimosas she made, but this lady is so beautiful, and it's so good to hear that people are working really hard to make sure that the communities are kept up, kept safe, and collaborating with each other. We talk so much and hear so much about violence and different things like that. But we want to talk about the great things that's happening in the city, and this is one of them. Again, that event will be happening on July 12th from 12 to 6 p.m. You can get in contact with Ms. Drake, and I'm going to put that information on Facebook again. I'm going to keep recycling the flyer up and through the event, so you guys can know where to go and where to come to see all of the great things that's happening. It's your girl, Rachel Cash, coming to you all the way live, right here with Ms. Drake. Keep up the amazing work. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Anne Frank, you out here. I know you out here. I know you see her. This beautiful lady did a fantastic job with her interview. And you guys, I'll see you soon down at the St. Regis. Y'all know me. I'm on the go on Sunday. So I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. Have a great day today.